You know that feeling when a story clearly ain't over yet, but everybody's already trying to turn the page? Yeah, that's kind of what's going on with the Cleveland Browns QB room right now. Because while a lot of folks are already looking at the draft and throwing out new names, there are people inside that building, big voices, who clearly aren't ready to bail on what they've already got. And right in the middle of that conversation, Shedeur Sanders. All right, let's break this down the right way. Over the past few days, that same old debate popped back up. Should the Browns go get another QB? Maybe a guy like Ty Simpson, maybe someone higher up in the draft, but Mel Kiper Jr. And yeah, the guy doesn't just talk for the sake of talking when it comes to talent. Basically, shut that whole convo down. In his eyes, Cleveland already has someone better on the roster, and that someone is Shedeur. On top of that, Todd Monken, the guy running the offense, has pretty much let it slip that he likes what he's seeing from Sanders. Now that right there, that changes the weight of this whole situation, because this ain't just some analyst take. That's internal evaluation from someone working with the kid every single day. Now, let's keep it real for a second. Browns fans have seen this movie before. QB hype, a few flashes, some, okay, maybe this is it. Then inconsistency hits, and we're right back wondering what the hell we actually have. And yeah, Shedeur's rookie numbers, they don't exactly calm anybody down. 56.6% completions, more picks than touchdowns. That's not exactly screaming franchise guy, dog. But raw numbers don't always tell the full story, especially when we're talking about a fifth-round rookie thrown into a situation with zero stability at QB. Now here's the part that's actually interesting. What exactly do the Browns see in Shedeur that makes them stick with him? Monken pointed out two very specific things: playmaking ability, confidence, and in today's NFL, that matters more than a lot of people want to admit. A QB who just runs the system? That ain't enough anymore. You need a dude who can survive when the play breaks down. And that's where Shedeur's got something that doesn't always show up in the stat sheet. He tries to make something happen. Does it blow up sometimes? Yeah, no doubt. But the instinct, the mentality, it's there. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Browns Nation, Deshaun Watson. Like it or not, everything revolves around him. He's still the biggest question mark on this team, not just because of the inconsistent play we've seen, but mainly because of that injury recovery. A double Achilles tear? That's no small thing. And the question nobody can answer right now is simple. Can he still be that Houston-level QB? Because if the answer is yeah, this whole debate dies real quick. But if it's nah, then Cleveland better have a plan B ready. And that's exactly where Shedeur becomes more than just a maybe. He becomes a strategic piece. Now, looking at the draft, Cleveland's sitting on two big first-round picks, pick 6 and pick 24. And everything points to them not taking a quarterback. That says a lot, because it's not about lacking opportunity. It's a conscious choice. They're prioritizing other holes, especially on offense, instead of hitting reset at QB again. To me, that signals two things: some level of belief in Shedeur, and still a little bit of hope left in Watson. It's not a full-on commitment to either guy. It's more like, all right, let's see who actually shows up on Sundays. Now here's my honest read, keeping it 100. I get Kiper's argument. It makes sense not to panic and go chasing another QB right now. But saying the Browns are comfortable at the position? That's pushing it a bit. Because right now, realistically, Cleveland does not have a solid answer at the most important position in football. They've got possibilities. They've got bets. But certainty? Nah, none. So let's run through the scenarios. Best case scenario: Watson comes back healthy, balls out, and Shedeur develops into a reliable backup, maybe even pushing for snaps here and there. If that happens, Browns solve the problem without burning draft capital. That's the dream. Worst case scenario: Watson doesn't return to form. Or worse, he's physically limited, and Shedeur doesn't take that next step. Now you're heading into 2026, still hunting for a QB. And that's a major setback for the franchise. Then there's the middle ground, probably the most realistic one. Watson comes back, but he's inconsistent. Shedeur improves, but he's still raw. And the Browns spend the whole season trying to balance that mess. Not crashing, but not taking that leap either. And that's why this whole situation matters more than people think, because it's not just about who's the starter, it's about the direction of the franchise. Do you keep trying to justify that Watson investment? Or do you start prepping the next era with someone like Shedeur? And the wild part? The team actually seems cool letting that answer play out on the field. Open competition, no rushed decisions, no panic moves, which, honestly, could be maturity, or it could be a gamble. Now let me ask you straight up, Browns fan, if you were running this team right now, would you roll with Watson plus Shedeur for the whole season? Or are you still looking for another option before the draft? Because that decision, yeah, that could shape this franchise for years.